Exodus chapter 23. Laws for judges, the rest of the seventh year and day. 3 principal feasts to be solemnized every year. The promise of an angel to conduct and protect them. Idols are to be destroyed. Thou shalt not receive the voice of the lie, neither shalt thou join thy hand and bear false witness against witness for a wicked person. Thou shalt not follow the multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou yield in judgment, in the opinion of the most part, to stray from the truth. Neither shalt thou favor a poor man in judgment. If thou meet thy enemy's ox or ass going astray, bring it back to him. If thou see an ass of him that hateth thee lie underneath his burden, thou shalt not pass by, but shalt lift him up with him. Thou shalt not go aside in the poor man's judgment. Thou shalt fly lying, the innocent and the just person thou shalt not put to death, because I abhor the wicked. Neither shalt thou take bribes, which even blind the wise, and pervert the words of the just. Thou shalt not molest a stranger, for you know the hearts of strangers, for you were also strangers in the land of Egypt. Since 6 years thou shalt sow thy ground, and shalt gather the corn thereof, but in the 7th thou shalt let it rest, that the poor of thy people may eat, and whatsoever shall be left, let the beasts of the field eat it. So shalt thou do with thy vineyard and thy oliveyard. 6 days thou shalt work, and the 7th day thou shalt cease, that thy ox and thy ass may rest, and thy son of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed. Keep all things that I have said to you, and by the name of strange gods you not swear, neither shall it be heard out of your mouth. 3 times every year you shall celebrate the feast with me. Thou shalt keep the feast of the unleavened bread. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread, as I commanded thee, in the time of the month of new corn, when thou didst come forth out of Egypt. Thou shalt not appear empty before me. And the feast of the harvest of the first fruits of thy work, whatsoever thou hast sown in the field, the feast also in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in all thy corn of the field. Thrice a year shalt all thy males appear before the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not sacrifice the blood of my victim upon leaven, neither shall the fat of my solemnity remain until the morning. Thou shalt carry the first fruits of the corn of thy ground to the house of the Lord of thy God. Thou shalt not boil a kid in the milk of his dam. Behold, I will send my angel, who shall go before thee, and keep thee in thy journey, and bring thee into the place that I have prepared. Take notice of him, and hear his voice. Do not think him to be contemned, for he will not forgive when thou hast sinned, and my name is in him. But if thou wilt hear his voice and do all that I speak, I will be an enemy to thy enemies, and will afflict them that afflict thee. And my angel shall go before thee, and shall bring thee in unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite, whom I will destroy. Thou shalt not adore their gods, nor serve them. Thou shalt not do their works, but shalt destroy them, and break their statues. And you shall serve the Lord your God, that I may bless your bread and your waters, and may take away sickness from the midst of thee. There shall not be one fruitless nor barren in thy land, and will fill the number of thy days. I will send my fear before thee, and will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come, and shall turn the back of all thy enemies before thee. Send out hornets before, and shalt drive away the Hivite, and the Canaanite, and the Hittite before thou come in. I will not cast them out from thy face in 1 year, lest the land be brought into wilderness, and the beasts multiply against thee. But little by little I will drive them out from before thee, till thou be increased and dost possess the land. And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea to the sea of the Palestines, and from the desert to the river. I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hands, and will drive them out from before you. Thou shalt not enter into league with them, nor with their gods. Let them not dwell in thy land, lest perhaps they make thee sin against me, if thou serve their gods, which undoubtedly will be a scandal to thee. Chapter 24. Moses writeth his law, and after offering sacrifices, sprinkleth the blood of the testament upon the people, and goeth up the mountain which God covereth with a fiery cloud. And he said to Moses, Come up to the Lord, thou and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the ancients of Israel, and you shall adore afar off. And Moses alone shall come up to the Lord. But they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people come up with him. So Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice, We will do all the words of the Lord, which he has spoken. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord. And rising in the morning, he built an altar at the foot of the mount, and 12 titles according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, and they offered holocausts and sacrificed pacific victims of calves to the Lord. Then Moses took half the blood and put it into bowls, and the rest he poured out upon the altar. And taking the book of the covenant, he read it in the heart of the people. It read it in the hearing of the people, and they said, All things that the Lord has spoken, we will do. We will be obedient. And he took the blood and sprinkled it upon the people. He said, This is the blood of the covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. Then Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the ancients of Israel went up. And they saw the God of Israel, and under his feet, as it were, a work of sapphire stone, and as the heaven when clear. Neither did he lay his hands upon those of the children of Israel that retired afar off, and they saw God, and they did eat and drink. And the Lord said to Moses, Come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tables of stone, and the law, and the commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua, and Moses going up into the mount of God, said to the ancients, Wait ye here till we return to you. You have Aaron and Hur with you. If any question shall arise, you shall refer it to them. And when Moses was gone up, a cloud covered the mount, and the glory of the Lord dwelt upon Sinai, covering it with a cloud 6 days. And the 7th day he called him out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of the Lord was like a burning fire upon the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses, entering into the midst of the cloud, went up into the mountain. And he was there 40 days and 40 nights.